Alrighty, howdy neighbors, and welcome back to Witches X Warlocks. Last time we met our main character, and I don't like her. Or them, sorry. I don't like them. But anyway, what are we gonna do now? We already got these two. Superior intelligence and empathy, allowing you to reason with corpses. Summon any vampire ally, nocturnal animal in the vicinity to ask for a favor. Or I can do clone a body part that, like your hand, while maintaining control over its movements. You know what? No, fuck it. I want to learn Fireball. We'll probably only do like hover right now. But I need... Just do it. How many coins do I have left? I don't have enough money. Okay, I just spent all my money. Bye. And spells. Let me do this one. Go!
0!
Look at the geese! Off they go for winter vacation. Above us, a flock of wild geese are winging southward. You mean flying? The pattern of their flight moves light and graceful against the deepening twilight. You know, sometimes I wonder what it would be like to be a bird flying south, crossing roaring dark seas and never-ending desert dunes.
Yes.
The ruins of forgotten cities, and new towns bustling with life. And through orchards and caravan trails, and little sparkling oasis over the high, lonely veldt and bloom. Zero and I are silent for a moment as we contemplate how wonderful the bird's annual pilgrimages must be.
Unfortunately.
Sadly, I don't know any spells that'll turn you into a wild goose. But...
Well?
Do you want to know what it feels like to be airborne?
Can you teach me?
You can teach me a spell to fly? Really?
No.
Almost. I could teach you a spell that allows you to hover. You won't grow wings or dance in the sky or feel like shouting wind swept against your face.
But
hover can let you slip the surly bonds of the earth for a time.
0!
Teach me, hover.
alright.
Alright, prepare yourself, Faye. I'm gonna teach you how to cast hover. New spell acquired!
Hover!
Some dull and heavy force, which I hadn't realized was dragging me down all this time, begins to fray. My shoulders feel light, and as though I had slipped off a bag full of stones.
0!
My feet, they're
Yes.
no longer touching the ground. Yes, we have liftoff.
Don't worry.
You'll find it difficult to keep upright in the air in your first attempt. Don't worry, it's perfectly natural.
0!
I'm flying! Putting my arms out wide, as I would if they were wings. Dry autumn breeze caressing my face, my hair, my skin.
Alright!
Geese! Oh, you silly geese, watch this. I darted at a small clutch of wild geese circling above, watching me half askance and half in curiosity. An inch closer, they erupt in a cacophony of indignant cries and dart off in every direction, leaving me gasping with laughter.
Yes!
I can fly! Zero, let's fly south too.
Unfortunately.
If only we could. What's happening? My arms feel heavy.
Don't.
You've done extraordinarily well for someone who has cast hover for the first time. Don't push your luck, Faye. It isn't safe to try to climb any higher.
Why?
Why not? I'm gonna keep flying.
Well?
I'm free to come down to Earth. For the Earth drags you down and makes you flatter than a pancake. Flatter than a pancake?
That's how it is.
That's what happens when you run out of magic. Gravity takes its revenge.
Pay attention.
This is hover, not insubstantiate. You still have a physical form after all.
Ah!
Reluctantly, I give in to the pulling forces that seem intent on bringing me down from the air.
You know,
Those who just learned hover usually cannot keep airborne higher than a few inches and longer than a few seconds.
but
With more practice, you can learn to go higher and longer, but you will have a limit, as do I. Even you. If you once again brush the ground, I find myself doubled over and panting, as I just ran a marathon.
of course.
Of course, at your altitude just now, we poltergeists can use hover pretty much indefinitely. But even we have our limit of how high we can reach before magic fails us.
Mm-hmm.
When we cast hover, we use supernatural magic that surpasses the limitations placed on us by nature, for a minute, an hour a day. But they're flight fae. Turn to watch the last specks of the flock of wild geese disappearing from view into the horizon.
Yes.
Is a magic all of its own. As there are basically no customers, you were lounging near the cash register flipping through a magazine. When you got interrupted by someone clearing their throat. Glancing up, you saw Damien, who looked extremely uncomfortable. After my usual dance around them and them shying away, they finally confessed that they had lost an ear that they were now looking to replace. Using SendTrack, I was able to locate a fitting one in the flash, rewarding me one of Damien's rare smiles and a pat on the back from Mr. West. End of the day, I got even more tips than usual.
0.
0.
Yes.
Well,
I've been thinking. I know very little about you, don't I?
That's right.
You know very little about everything, Faye. That's why you're in such an imminent danger of flunking your exams, getting expelled from Gormamere High.
Speaking of which,
How far did you progress in tonight's study plans? You've been by my side the whole time. You probably know the answer to that question better than I do.
oh yeah.
Do I? In which case, I must warn you that unless you start studying seriously and stop wasting time with inane questions,
right.
that's just it. Put my arms across my chest in the most exasperated expression I can muster. 0 isn't escaping this time.
Huh?
Like,
Whenever I bring up the topic of your past, you try to deflect it and change the subject.
Do I?
yes.
You do. 0, you're my oldest friend, and I want to know more about you.
But,
But you don't wish to tell me anything, and all you have to do is say so. I'll stop, because I respect your privacy.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't a matter of privacy. He lets out a defeated sigh.
Actually,
The reason I don't talk about my past is hardly... the reason I don't talk about my past is hardly that glamorous. I simply haven't much of a past to talk about.
but,
But you've been a poltergeist for quite a long time, haven't you?
yes.
For much, much too long.
My earliest memories.
We're haunting of the north part of the graveyard in... the name escapes me.
It was...
It's a quaint little English village.
I remember.
I remember the vane of the church steeple, a gleam in midday, and the low sad chimes of the church bell, telling the hour to those who were no longer meant anything. His eyes were hazy like the night skies. He reminisces about distant memories of his past.
oh.
It sounds so peaceful there. He whips his head toward me, my comment having broken him from his trance.
No.
Peaceful? It was so unbearably boring that it drove me out of my mind.
Eventually.
One fine night, I decided I couldn't stand it any longer and left.
Mm-hmm.
I went here and there, haunting whatever took me fancy. Lonely, windswept roads crumbling, disused castles and dark, quaking tarns. Were you fond of those days?
Not a bit. In the past.
I was light and free and at a loss, so to speak. I drifted aimlessly, wherever the wind blew.
Mm-hmm.
One evening I wound up here in Halloween Town.
Actually,
I hadn't planned to stay longer than I did anywhere else. For some reason or another, I never was able to get around to leaving. Eventually I just got used to the idea of living here. Anything you miss?
Like,
Is there anything you miss from where you were, from where you came from?
I've forgotten.
If there is, I've forgotten.
I
I know once I missed my family and friends. In the slow, bitter nights I was alone. Now I can't remember their names or their faces, or what their laughter sounded like.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Don't be. A lot of water has flown under those bridges. And a good thing at that. I gaze at Zero's eyes, which have become low and smoldering like embers about to die. Instinctively, I reach out to touch him, but check myself at the last moment. Zero observes this with a sad smile. What does that mean?
What?
What does what mean?
Well,
That the thing holding you is losing its grip. What does that mean?
That means
Means my memory is weakening at my age. Which is pardonable, since I've been in Halloween Town long before you were even born.
but
But you, my dear Faye, are young. Unless your memory starts improving dramatically, and with great haste, you will fail your Halloween exams and get expelled from school.
yeah.
Fine, be that way. I turn to my books in a huff. Just then I'm about to lift my pen, Zero speaks up.
thank you.
Thank you.
Before.
Before.
Never mind.
Nothing, never mind. Spent the rest of the night in companionable silence. Cool! Let's take a potion. They have the same potion. We'll give you 2 additional ones. Doubles the potion's output. Back, what do I need? 2 and 1. Oh, I just need blue. Okay, the same potion. Well, I need blue, so here we go. Oh, wait, no, I don't just need blue. Oh, fuck. Blue and purple. You know what? Here we go. Nice.
Da-di-da.
Da-di-da, got no money. Da-da-da, got bad grades. Please, oh please, come to my aids? No. I swoop around the corner just to catch Damien sitting near the stairs. What are they up to today?
Phew.
Almost finished.
Just one more.
Just one more after this, around the knee.
Damien!
Hiya.
Ah,
Whoa. My palms like a baseball catcher, half expecting one of their eyes to pop out in surprise. Thankfully, everything stays put this time.
please don't.
Please don't think about me like that. Sorry, I didn't know you were so focused.
What?
What are you doing? I thought I heard a whoop. Hearing the sound, I zip around my arm in a long, exaggerated strand.
Oh,
Well, that was... Damien moves aside to reveal a disembodied human leg. It looks like a hand to me. Needle and thread is moving on its own to stitch up a cut just below the... Wait, hold on. Moving on its own?
Wow!
Damien, you never told me you could do magic.
oh,
That's
it's nothing special.
the enchantment that my maker taught me. It's nothing special.
Well,
Well, it's more than I can do.
It's a magic spell.
No, really, it's nothing special. It's just a stitch spell.
I could teach you.
I can teach you to do it too. I mean, if you want, that is.
thank you!
Really? Yes, thank you, Damien.
What?
But if this is from someone who was causing you problems, you know you can talk to me, right?
Huh?
Problems. You're such a detached leg, which was obviously not in great shape.
Like,
If someone did this to you, they'll definitely be hearing from me.
It's not like that.
Oh my gosh, no, it's not like that. Some parts that I get from Mr. West in the human shop are just a bit,
You see,
bargain quality, you see. Human fidgets, finding the best way to convey the meaning without saying a single bad word about Mr. West.
oh, you mean,
So you mean they're all a bit warm and banged up, as this guy?
yes.
Manner of speaking, yes.
Um,
Naturally, source can imply a lot of things.
anyway,
Anyway, just watch this. Damien recollects the needle from the leg and threads it. They remove a small pink vial from their ribcage and dip the end of the thread in liquid, murmuring an incantation. I think I heard this somewhere. I was in class once before I fell asleep. Almost instantly, the needle leaps from Damien's fingertips and begins working on stitching shut a cut above his knee.
Wow!
Oh, Damien, it's amazing.
Let me try.
Let me try.
Sure.
Sure. I brought some hands that need some stitching. An extra vial of inker in the bag too. You can swoop over to said bag. Try on those. I'm glad you're so enthusiastic.
After all.
Why wouldn't I be? You're an awesome teacher. They look a bit flustered by my last remark.
Watch closely, please.
Watch closely, please, Faye. I'll try to teach you how to cast Stitch. New spell acquired.
Stitch!
Just hold like this and Stitch. Following Damien's example, I make the wound begin to stitch itself back up.
Damien!
Damien, I'm doing it. It's working perfectly. Fingers suddenly start moving. The hand springs up at me.
Ah!
Be careful.
Faye. I love the chibi so much. That word, Damien. My sweet, shy little Damien charges forward like my valiant knight. I smack down the nasty palm. It's for an insect with a rolled up newspaper from the table nearby, and the hand collapses.
Are you alright?
I have to be careful with the incantation of animation spells. You may end up raising something. Noted.
What?
Sorry, I'll be super extra careful from now on, but I jump up at Damien and pull them into a hug.
Wow!
Oh, it's really cool, Damien. The way you were flying in your magic newspaper.
Thank you!
Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
What?
But it wasn't much, really. My maker, he'd just do that whenever my spell got out of control, so... What's wrong?
It's nothing.
It's nothing. But I think that concludes our lesson for the day. I think it concluded when the hand died back there. Damien tenses up at the word died. Bit curious, but people's skills tell me they aren't ready to talk about it. So I bite my tongue and push back my usual nightshade ways for them.
Anyway,
Thanks for the lesson, Damien. Damien doesn't seem to hear me, clearly lost in thought. So in an effort to give my dear friends some space, I see myself out.
maybe.
Maybe another time then. Alright, what are we doing? Let's learn some spells. Go! Learn the spells. Faye, Nightshade, the stress of the word. I've been wondering, Faye. What?
Well,
Aside from the Halloween exams, monomania, isn't there a spell you'd actually like to learn? A spell I'd like to learn?
yes.
Yeah, I thought it might be less stressful for you to learn a spell you've always wanted to learn.
Like,
You mean such as a spell that can make every matchmaking party I have a huge success?
No.
No. Anyway, you don't need a spell to manage that. Tinge of pink tickles my cheeks. Thanks, Zero. I'm by far, without a shadow of doubt, the most amazing matchmaker in Tormamere High, aren't I?
Wait.
That wasn't a... Wait. That was sort of a compliment, wasn't it? Ugh.
it's love, love, love!
Love, love, love makes the world go round, round, round.
You know.
Let me put it this way. Suppose everyone you know has already found their happiness and true love, and there isn't anyone to matchmake with anyone else anymore.
Right.
I'm trying to get there. You mustn't rush me.
Hey!
That's not what I mean. Oh no, Zero. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly move my arms up and down in alignment with my breathing for Zero to see. Brow twitches slightly at the sight.
That means...
What I wish to say is, given the situation I described just now, would there be a spell you'd be interested in learning?
Like,
When I was little, do you remember the fantasy stories we would read together? I do. I also recall you were a lot less insufferable then.
yes!
I love the tales of powerful mages who can call lightning down from the sky, cleave mountains apart, and hurl fiery infernos.
Yeah.
I used to daydream about how cool it would be to be a mage like that, battling the forces of evil with awesome spells.
Yes.
Summoning lightning and cleaving mountains are a little advanced at this stage.
But
Would you like to learn how to throw fireballs? Oh no. No, no, no. I play too much D&D, no.
Oh.
You mean I can?
yes.
I do. It's one of the most basic spells there is. And even a chronically truant witch like you should be able to get the hang of it in no time.
Amazing.
Awesome, teach me, Zero.
All right.
Alright, prepare yourself, Faye. I'm going to teach you how to cast Fireball. New spell acquired!
Fireball.
As the area between my palms grows warm, a small sphere of flame flickers to life.
Wow.
Fire! I made fire!
Mm-hmm.
Should have been able to cast this 10 months ago. Well, it's better late than never, I suppose.
Zero.
Follow me.
Huh?
Where are you going? I dashed down the stairs to the kitchen with Zero trailing in the air noiselessly behind me.
Fireball.
Fireball. Toss the fireball at the stovetop, which starts burning. Grab a pan, smear some butter on the surface, and crack 2 eggs into it.
I see.
Put the pan over the stove. Soon the eggs are crackling, and a savory smell fills the air.
Yes.
Fireball fried eggs.
Yes.
Yes, quite. Fireball, while primarily used for combat magic, is a favorite of mages who arranged their barbecue on a day of damp weather. Next, I fill the kettle with water and place it and throw in a satchel of tea leaves.
Right.
I'm gonna make Fireball boiled tea too.
Well done.
I'm so glad you're finding so many domestic uses for this spell.
But,
But tell me, Faye,
well,
when are you going to give battle to a ravaging kraken with your fire inferno? Save a belligered city by incinerating hordes of undead led by an evil necromancer.
Well.
Hero, I know I'm a long, long way away from being a true witch. I know I'm starting late, and I know that there are so many things I need to learn, so little time.
But.
I'm trying my best in my own way. And I know how lucky I am to have you here helping me push through, Zero.
Please.
You continue lending me your support, like you always have through all this time. He stares deeply at my person before nodding gently, and nearly hiding what was the softest smile I've ever seen from him.
eventually.
Yes, I will. I think he likes me a little bit. I don't know why. Alright, this is the last one from him. No!
Zero.
I'm melting.
Yes.
You certainly look like you are.
Help me.
Save me, Zero. Save me before I dissolve into an inky puddle of sweat. I reach towards him dramatically as sweat perspires aggressively on my forehead. My theatrics are of no avail as Zero fixates on something else.
Mm-hmm.
The dragons are preparing for their Halloween activities. Peers out the window into a unseasonably balmy evening.
I wish.
Wish this house had air conditioning. As do I. You know, I stop whining about the heat and focus more on passing your exams.
Right.
I got it. Let's my hands together and give a little pleading pout.
Zero.
Zero, do you have a magic air conditioning trick? Pretty pleased with the pumpkin on top?
For the last time.
The last time, I'm not a magic air conditioner.
Uh,
I'm a sinister and eerie poltergeist, and that magical chill that emanates from me is akin to a deathly chill of an open grave. Like a sinister eldritch air conditioning?
no.
Not like air conditioning of any kind whatsoever. Melting, I'm really melting.
Right.
I have an idea. Zero, teach me how to be sinister and eerie air conditioner.
Huh?
I must do it.
A deathly chill of an open grave. I want to know how to emanate it too. Until I can afford a place with air conditioning anyway.
Fine.
Fine, if you insist. And if it will stop your complaining.
I will.
I do, and it will.
All right.
Prepare yourself. With a new spell acquired!
Chill.
Set my hands out wide. Second two, nothing happens, and then...
Oh. All right.
Cool. Deliciously refreshing and cool.
Well,
Maybe you'll stop complaining and get back to studying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to your new spell, I have become Faye Nightshade, the studious, the productive once more.
thank goodness.
Glad to hear. Do your best tonight.
All right.
Alright. Come back to my desk and give the potion textbook I'm working on the fullest attention.
No way.
You know.
I'm making weird noises again, Faye.
Well,
So casting the chill spell, right?
Hmm.
You are partly. Partly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, haven't you been maintaining your concentration on casting the spell just now? So naturally, your chill faltered a bit.
no way.
A bit. I'm starting to melt again.
I guess.
With more practice, I'm confident you'll be able to work on other things while casting chill in the background. Like your own personal air conditioner.
But
But for now, it looks like if you divert any attention away from the spell, the chill you cast won't be effective.
Like,
How much more practice? I'll give it 2 or 3 years, maybe 4.
no way.
I'm doomed.
Well,
Since I won't be able to study tonight anyway, might as well just focus on casting chill and enjoy the delicious cool air.
hey,
No, you don't!
I knew it.
Ugh. I knew this would be the case from the start. My sinister, eerie air conditioner. Their size spreads its hands. Instantly, the room becomes a degree Celsius or 2 cooler.
Well,
Can you study now?
thank you.
Thanks, Zero. You're the best.
stop it.
I'm doing it for you. It's because there isn't any other way to get you to study. And your position is quite desperate enough as it is.
Blood.
You're still doing it for me, though.
Go away.
It's only because I don't want to be known for being friends with a witch who couldn't pass her Halloween exams. I'm happy you're my friend, Zero.
Stop.
Pipe down and get back to studying, Faye. And so, we spend another tiring but productive night in preparing me for my upcoming exams. Mr. West told me to go into the storage room to get a rather specific item from a customer. He gave me very clear instructions about how to navigate the expensive catacomb-like area, but I was supposed to remember all that. When I found the item I was supposed to get, I caught a glimpse of a pretty dagger on the shelves over and quickly went to inspect it. As I expected, I found myself utterly lost afterward. Not knowing how to get back to the stairs, I cast a wail to make a noise and waited for Mr. West. He finally came here surprised to see the dagger, which he thought he had lost. Thankfully, the joy quickly quenched anger. In fact, he gave me a small bonus for finding it. Nice. Oh. 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 Oh.
Well,
Huh?
What?
what's the matter?
You've been sneaking glances at me for the better part of the last 2 hours. What are you going to tell me? What's the matter? I fiddled my thumbs and glanced upward at his fixated stare.
I don't know.
Oh, please.
Don't spare me, I can take it.
Tell me.
Am I wearing my shirt the wrong way? Is my face disfigured by an outbreak of ghostly acne? Has a poltergeist pigeon splattered poltergeist droppings atop my head?
Really?
Are there really poltergeist pigeons that can do that?
No.
No, which one makes your behavior all the more puzzling. We poltergeists do not change our appearance ever. Not in our dress, not in our acne, not even in the ghostly droppings of poltergeist pigeons on our heads.
Blood.
We do have changed. I can't put my finger on it, but
For the last time.
for the last time, Faye, poltergeists never outwardly change.
Right.
That's it.
What?
I'm sure.
You've inwardly changed, I'm sure of it. I thought that since our last... No. Thought it for some time now. Maybe longer than I know I
Like-
knew. I thought you feel different from how you used to.
Remember?
You can't feel me, remember?
No, no, no.
No, I can. And I figured out exactly how you're different.
Astonish me.
Right.
You're fading. He raised his eyebrows and subsequently fell, the bright shine in his eyes that almost radiates so profusely dims.
I'm fading.
Yes!
Yeah, it's so gradual, day by day. I never noticed it's happening right in front of my eyes.
Blood.
Zero. You're not as sharply defined as you were when I first met you. Or even a year ago.
Zero!
What's going on? Talk to me.
Remember?
Do you know how poltergeists come into existence?
Of course!
Of course, let's see, a human dies somewhere, right? Then
You know.
poltergeists come into existence when a person with an unresolved matter dies. And dear to the... Oh. When a person dies, an unresolved matter near and dear to their heart.
That means...
They... we... cannot bear to leave this world having left undone that which we ought to have done. Oh. Try to rack my mind around what he just told me. My overworked brain from all this potion cramming begins to fry. Zero watches me struggle and sighs before signaling me to pay attention as he continues his explanation.
In the past...
I've met malevolent poltergeists who were murdered and take to haunting the houses of their death and tormenting those who try to live there.
Mm-hmm.
I met benevolent poltergeists who left a debt unpaid and in repentance try to help the living.
But...
But what we all have in common is, when the unresolved matter is resolved, we move on. Move on?
Yes.
Poltergeists aren't natural. And in nature's grand scheme of life and death, there's no place for us.
That means...
We are tied to this world by the unresolved matter our hearts cling to. When that disappears, so must we.
Zero.
So if you don't mind me asking, what does your heart cling to?
I've forgotten.
Huh?
That's right.
Some poltergeists resolve their problem dramatically, like hunting down their murderer or helping the child of a friend who they let down.
But...
For most of us, the resolution comes in due time, as time heals all wounds. Essentially, we end up forgetting that which bound us here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised it's kept me around for so long. I suppose I must be forgetting everything at least.
Zero!
Whatever emotion rushes my face, and it's taking every ounce of control not to fling myself at him, my childhood friend, upon learning the truth.
Oh, now?
You're not about to cry, are you?
No, no, no!
No, of course not. The one and only Faye Nightshade. Da-dee-da. It's good. I've always hated to see you cry. Don't leave.
Please?
Oh, move on, please.
You know.
Nothing lasts forever, not even poltergeists. All things must come to an end. Is there anything I can do to stop you from disappearing? Anything at all?
No.
I don't think so. Unless you can make me remember the reason why I had become a poltergeist in the first place.
But...
That's impossible, realistically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows my birth name or who I was when I died. Nothing remains of all that, except maybe faint acne on my chest, and even that is fading. As Zero speaks of the faint acne in his chest, you feel a strong one brewing within mine.
Zero!
It says ache, and I read acne. No!
Mm-hmm.
You want to move on? If you do, I'm glad for you that you're forgetting.
Blood.
But if not,
Well...
do you want to remain here together with me for a while longer? He was quiet for a long time, and without a word, he leans in close to me and kisses up my head. The hell? You can feel his touch. It's only a chilling sensation that causes my skin to tingle, make tears form in my eyes. I blinked to force him down. There were no words spoken for the rest of the evening, held in each other's company. I never felt more heard. Gross. Okay, what's next? So we are done with him. I guess she's next.
Duh.
I'm telling you, The Zombie's Heart is the author's magnum opus. A finer story has never been made in the history of forever.
No!
And I'm telling you, it's a hoard of rubbish. Do you even read the same book? Excuse me, folks. Could you perhaps help me? We both look at him. We both look up at the elderly gentleman interrupts our debate, which I was totally right about. Let's turn toward the haunted sculpture at the top of the shelf.
Of course.
Of course, my dear. Immediately turn to pick up the step stool from behind the counter.
All right.
Here, let me...
I can do it.
There's no need. My adorable little servants will fetch it for me. Carmilla puckers her lips and lets out a soft whistle. Instantaneously, a small group of chittering bats swoop from the tops of the rafters and gather around her, gleefully spinning. She gestures toward the sculpture, and the cluster flies upon it in a swarm. They pick up the heavy stone between their little claws and carry it into Carmilla's waiting hands.
Here you go.
Thank you, young lady. As he receives the product, he gives both of us a small nod before continuing to browse the store selection.
Wow.
Wow, Carmilla, that was amazing. I stare in awe at Carmilla's little posse of bats while they flap around her. One even lands on her shoulder and nuzzles against her cheek. In response, she affectionately pets the top of its head. She's a little spooky Cinderella.
Right.
Adorable darlings, no? I love hearing them mill about. Can you talk to them?
Yes.
Indeed, I can. It's an inherent skill we, vampires, have been able to communicate with creatures of the night.
You know?
Essentially, anything that creeps, crawls, or flaps is a close ally. She presses her index finger to her lips and winks.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I didn't see if your eyes glow this time. You're not controlling them.
Not at all.
Why, Faye? Not at all. I would never control a friend.
At any rate.
These are simple creatures that, if treated with kindness, will aid us in our daily lives, as well as dangerous situations.
What?
Do you call them your servants?
No.
For oomph, my dear.
Now,
This particular family of bats has been bonded to me for generations. They may as well be of my own blood.
I don't.
And and we do not subjugate, it's supposed to be family? But it's spelled different. Bats swarm closer around her, putting their heads against her arms and hands for pets. She obliges and gently caresses their black fur.
Whoa.
There's something I can learn too.
Maybe.
I'll see why not. That is assuming I feel like teaching you. She smirks, saunters over to my side, and lets her words caress my ear. Apologize for your unsightly and moreover wrong opinion from earlier. Perhaps I may consider your request.
You know?
I'm willing to celebrate your newfound sense of taste. Seriously? Over a book? Oh, I'm definitely right, but...
Wow!
Wow, suddenly I see the error of my ways and think you were absolutely right. It was complete rubbish.
Right.
Is that so?
Right.
I just don't know how I didn't see it earlier, to be honest.
Please?
As always, you're much wiser than me, and oh so gracious. Please teach me more so that I can be like you one day, Lady Carmilla. A little overacted, my dear, but I'll take it. Though I do remember not to demand services from just anyone. We have a delicate balance in our relationships that we have to uphold, you see.
Now,
If some outsider started bossing my bats around, I would be obligated to defend them. I would never. I stare at her wide-eyed and hopeful. Perhaps. I mean, you've been such a great teacher, Carmilla. Double seriously.
right.
If I didn't have you showing me magic, I don't think I'd ever be able to learn it. You're brilliant in every way imaginable. Carmilla barely suppresses a grin. Well, I suppose I can't deny that I've been the best teacher you've ever had.
I'll teach you.
Alright, little witch. Let's teach you how to cast night creatures. New spell acquired! Rio-fed Carmilla spends the next few hours teaching me how to create potions that can summon and communicate with creatures of the night. We start small, with a few spiders, and slowly move up to practicing with her bats. It takes up the entire rest of the day at the shop. Still, I barely notice that time is passing until a customer rushes in at the last minute because of course they would. Not like they had upcoming exams that are sure to spell their impending doom. Excuse me, can you help me reach this goal at the top shelf?
Of course, my dear.
Go ahead, my dear. Now's the perfect time for you to try out your new spell.
Night creatures!
Spellcast, I whistle a small tune for the bats, just like Carmia showed me. A few flutter over, but they don't even have half the enthusiasm they gave her. Bring me the skull. Put it up to the top shelf. You stare at me unmoving.
Come on!
Sweeter doll. Please? Nothing.
Please?
Pretty please? Sure of what else to do, I take a few berries for my lunch and offer it to them. The bats sniff them for a moment, but then hastily accept the fruit. I inch toward the shelf, coaxing them along. Eventually they manage to grab the skull. But not without almost dropping it on the floor. Hopefully I stumble forward in the nick of time. Pitch it and hand it to the customer.
Right.
There you go. Thanks. And don't worry, everyone's new at some point. After paying for the item and leaving a pity tip for me, he exits the shop. He's gone. I turn to Carmia with a frown. Big enough that my bottom lip is jutting out. Don't get it. What did I do wrong?
Oh, sweet thing.
Your approach could have been better. But there's no need to take it personally.
Now,
I am more familiar with the bats than you are, after all. You'll need to build a much greater relationship with them to gain the same kind of trust they and I have. She puts one of the bats for emphasis, smiling down at her companion all the while. Hold out a finger. In response, a single bat flutters down and wraps its little claws around the middle of it and hang upside down.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I smile to myself.
Yes.
We'll just spend more time together.
0!
0, 0, 0, I figured it out.
How?
How to pass your Halloween exams?
No.
No, how to hug you.
Hmm.
To hug me.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Well,
I can't hug you. Whenever I try to, I end up messing up your essence, right?
That's right.
Right, Faye. Very annoying, too. Because I'm made of flesh and blood, and you're a spirit of ether and magic.
Mm-hmm.
You need that long to figure it out, has it? Was 180 years?
what?
But listen to this.
Well,
I'm all ears, for better or worse. What if I turn into a spirit of ether and magic, too?
good heavens.
Good heavens, Faye. Halloween exams are difficult, but they're not lethal. You won't be facing any obstacles that could actually kill you, you know.
Oh,
I don't mean that.
I see.
Then you've lost me.
can you teach me?
I mean, teach me a spell so I can transform into the best matchmaker. Oh my god. And I mean, teach me a spell I can cast to transform myself into the best matchmaker and Dormamir me into a poltergeist like you.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually not a terrible idea, come to think of it.
All right.
Could be pretty useful to your exams.
Yes.
And there is a spell that will let me transform into a spooky spirit version of myself. A choice of words makes him roll his eyes before continuing with his explanation. Almost. Insubstantiable. What? Insubstantiate will make your form ghost-like. You'll be able to walk through walls, turn invisible, and hover in midair, just like any poltergeist.
All right.
Sounds super cool. Teach you the spell, Zero.
All right.
Alright, prepare yourself. Oh, prepare your blue potions. Oh,
Crab apples.
crab apples.
Don't tell me.
Don't tell me you came to me asking to teach you spells without bringing your potions. I thought I did bring them with me. Zero.
0.
Remember next time, I promise. No! Oh my god, no! No! I missed it! He's gone. No. That's not what I wanted. Lawrence drops her with a heavy thud, then wipes his hands against each other, feeling accomplished yet unaware of my presence.
I think.
I think that's all that delivers for today. You're not gonna finally nap. Lawrence turns stiffly to face me, his ears flattened against his hair.
Again.
Which I told you 1,000 times. My name is...
I remember.
I know. Lawrence, right? Lawrence's ears perked back up. They look so soft, so fuzzy, so ugh.
What?
But how do you expect me to call you by your name when you don't use mine? You have a point. His ears twitch a little and droop as he looks away. Is that a pout hiding behind his mask?
Right.
That's it. Can't hold myself back any longer. I'm so sorry. Lawrence makes a noise somewhere between a whimper and a whine as I grab him in a headlock and ruffle his ears to my heart's content. To give that scratch behind them, his foot starts tapping. But he grabs me by the shoulders and pulls me away before I can learn much more about them.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Yours is just so unbelievably cute. I'm sorry I couldn't resist.
You have to!
Well, you have to. You can't just go around touching people like that. At least ask first.
Oh, you mean?
Oh, you would have said yes if I...
No!
My ears aren't a toy for foolish people to play with. My hearing is a lot more sensitive than yours. Every tap is an echo that reverberates in my head.
Oh.
I can't even imagine what that must be like. If I teach you, we leave them be. Teach me, teach me.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna show me how to have super cute puppy ears?
No.
No, pumpkin head. I'll teach you what big ears. It's spelled to improve your hearing.
Duh. Well.
I don't have enough potions for it in any case.
We're
done
done.
here then. How about you let me ruffle your ears?
Come on.
Come on, Lawrence. Lala. Oh my god, I am fucking up. 2, 3. God, he's just gone. While I was talking shelves, I heard some students snickering and whispering to each other. I got the feeling they were up to no good, but I couldn't quite make out what they were saying. Walking up to them to find out what was going on, they went dead quiet and shot me innocent looks. I tried talking to them, but they gave me absolutely nothing to work with. Now with a choice, I went back to the shelves, but suddenly the whole shop was shrouded in darkness. And after a few seconds, it was gone. So were the students, along with a very expensive amulet they must have taken with them. So I was furious about the incident and deducted the item's cost from my pay. I am fucking up so bad. He's back! Yay! You make these 3. Thank you.
Come again.
Thanks, doll. Come see us again soon. The instant the last 2 customers leave, Carmilla hums cheerily to herself and locks the front door for lunch. I'm about to take a first bite of my burger when she turns to me with a sort of smug satisfaction.
Parched.
We worked hard this morning, did we not? I'm positively parched. I stare at her with my mouth open. I feel a very appealing sight before clamping it shut. Parched?
Oh, you mean?
Oh, hold on. I'll grab your lunch for you. We can eat together. I go look underneath the counter in case she left her bag, but there's nothing. Quickly, I raise the bag, but there isn't anything in the icebox either. In return, Carmilla eyes me, full of amusement. Did you get your lunch today? Seems so.
Whatever shall I do?
I look back at my own lunch. Leftover hamburger from last night's supper and a bottle of milk. I guess I could go half
Well.
If you need a drink, you can have some of mine. I toss the unopened bottle toward Carmilla. She immediately takes a step back like it was Miss Garlic. Which I'm pretty sure it's not. What gives? Oh, no thank you, dear. Milk is not quite to my tastes.
You know?
It never really satisfies me, you know? She smiles gently and saunters over to me. When I look into her eyes, I see the same spark when she looks at customers. It's chilling. I know what she's doing, but her voice is so hypnotic. It almost causes my heart to skip a beat. But my darling little witch, you do know what would satisfy a thirsty vampire, yeah?
Huh?
Blood? If it's bad enough that you'd want to enthrall me, I guess I could give you some of mine, but you owe me.
Right.
It better not hurt. Sweet Faye, you're always full of surprises.
I feel a little embarrassed.
Even when you knew what I was up to. Oh goodness, I feel a little embarrassed. She glances away and twirls her hair with her index finger.
Well.
Well, we're friends. I And you're always helping me out, so I think it's the least I could do.
My dear.
So kind, not to mention 100% right.
I promise.
I swear to you, I shall only take the tiniest bit.
Come on!
Give me your hand, please. I do exactly what she asks. With one of her satisfied little hums, Carmilla kneels before me, takes my hand, and gently presses her lips to the back of my palm. I feel a pinch for a moment, then nothing. Nothing but a little dizziness. Carmilla lifts her head and licks her lips before removing a handkerchief from her sleeve. She carefully wraps around my hand. Red berry with notes of chocolate and cream. You really like your sweets, don't you? How can you tell that from my blood?
I have experience.
I have an experienced palate with such things.
I suppose.
If you're curious, I suppose I can give you a pittance of my own.
Of course.
Few things upon this earth are quite as energizing as fresh blood. You have acquired taste, of course. She does look like she's got a lot to get up and go, but drinking blood? That's too much.
No way!
I couldn't drink blood. Never. I'm sorry, Carmilla. Oh, since you were able to answer so enthusiastically, I suppose you must not need it. Despite her chipper tone, she does seems a little, disappointed.
At any rate.
I don't know, less physical means of absorbing energy. It may be as effective as blood, but it should provide a pick-me-up in a pinch.
Oh! You mean
Draining psychic energy? I put my fingers spookily at Carmilla. She shakes her head, smiling briefly. Something like that, yes. A spell called Leech Life.
Yeah.
It sounds ominous, but let's get to learning.
I'll teach you.
Alright, darling. I'll teach you how to cast Leech Life. New spell acquired! Carmilla spends the rest of our break instructing me on how to steal energies indirectly. It's a pretty simple process. All you have to do is lock eyes with your target after casting the spell. You slowly drain their energy. Nice and straightforward. Not even I can mess this up. Haven't had a chance to test it though. After she showed me, Carmilla wouldn't even look at me. Her silence stretches between us for what seems like forever. Shortly after our break, a customer finally shows up. And we were wearing a mean face that spells business. Hey, I want to return this. I blink, then quietly tap the small board next to the counter sheepishly.
Whoa.
We have a no returns policy on every product in the store. Sorry. Why does that matter? My spell didn't work. I demand to see your manager. Our eyes meet. And we just sort of stare at each other. It gives me a second to gather my nerves, but I decided to put what I've learned to good use.
Life leech.
Life leech. The other man's shoulders began to sink, and I could feel a bit of energy gradually wake me back up. Thankfully, after about 5 minutes, he just shakes his head and wobbles off without a word.
Yes.
Nightshade wins. When I fist pump the air, I catch Carmilla smiling at me out of the corner of my eye. When I go to look again, she seems to have vanished. Too professional? Maybe I should be careful with the spell, as she has told me. Not like I'm going to be leeching out the answers to the Halloween exams anytime soon. Okay. I need to make sure I have plenty of spells, and I do. I can fly. What of that guy? Hey, Nightshade, the wonderful, the thoughtful, the... Hey, Damien.
Huh?
Do you ever get the uncanny feeling that you've forgotten something?
Like...
Because I'm getting it real bad right now, like super duper.
Really?
I don't think we missed anything on the shopping list. And you didn't forget your wallet today.
Right.
Right, what could it be? Oh well, maybe it's nothing. Maybe I just forgot the brew I learned earlier.
Help me.
Hey, can you hold these for me? I have to unlock the door.
Of course.
I hand Damien the bags in one of my hands as I fiddle around for the keys.
Crab apples.
It's the keys. Did you find maybe something you forgot?
Well...
I think I left my keys on the table. He's going to roast me for... roast the stuffing out of me if I call him to face with the door again.
Oh,
Oh, you don't need to call anyone.
please.
Allow me. Damien sets the bags down for a moment and pulls gently on the string at their wrist.
Huh?
Her hands. Action causes the hand to fall right off, and Damien chants something under their breath. The fingers curl before jumping up and scuttling toward the vent.
Ah!
Hand manages to squirm into the house through the vent cover while Damien closes their eyes to focus. We wait a few minutes, but eventually...
Okay.
Okay, I think I got it. Door swings open.
Wow!
Wow. Damien, what kind of magic was that? It's super handy.
It's nothing.
It's just a basic animation spell that my maker taught me a long time ago.
But
It kind of scares people, as you can guess, so I try not to use it very often.
I'm sure.
It'd be a great Halloween trick, that's for sure.
Oh.
But if you wanted to use it for comedic effect, to give those a hand kind of jokes. They practically know how to write themselves, but With a big smile, I wink and hold out my palms, fingers spread while shaking them enthusiastically.
yes,
Yeah,
I could teach you.
but if you're interested, I could probably teach you how to do it.
Thank you.
Ooh, thank you! My character does not deserve any of this,
What?
but I'd rather keep my hands where they are for personal reasons. You know how it is.
No,
No, I didn't mean like that.
of course not.
Of course not. Goodness. I would never want to hurt you.
My maker.
My maker couldn't do it the same way I can either. He crafted a living variant of this spell called Scuttle.
Although,
Works exactly like the one I use, though.
Oh, you mean?
You mean like just summon its embodied hand out of nowhere? Would someone want that back?
not quite.
Not quite. It's more of an illusory copy, and it's kind of hard to explain in words.
All right.
I get it. In that case, teach away, Professor Damien. I'm ready to learn.
Okay.
Watch closely, please. I'll try to teach you how to cast Scuttle. New spell acquired!
All right.
Alright, Faye, repeat after me. Damien starts the spell, and their fingers curl up again before hopping out onto the floor. Repeat after them.
Scuttle.
Put my hands and poof! I'm hand in hand with myself.
Good work.
Yes.
Let's be free, my five-finger friend. I launch my clone like I'm sending it into battle, and it scuttles along after Damien's hand.
Damien.
Shake hands!
All right.
We shake, but the moment my hand lets go of theirs, my new companion crumbles into a small pile of dust on the floor and disappears.
No way.
Oh no, did I mess something up? It went away. Oh, they went too soon from this world. I crashed down where the apparition had just been in dramatic mourning of my sudden loss.
No.
Now he did a wondrous job,
What?
but it's because it's a copy. The illusion hand can't last very long in the real world.
That's all.
Without a host for the spell to grab onto, it lasts about 30 seconds tops. 30 seconds. I giddily spring to my feet. I know. I'm gonna clone my head next.
Don't do it.
No, you absolutely don't.
Why?
Why not? Think of the possibilities.
Please don't.
Just trust me on this. Never, ever, ever try to create a copy of your own head.
All right.
Okay, but what about your...
No.
No.
Duh.
You're no fun sometimes.
After all.
You missed out on the possibility of the entire Witches Brigade made up of the best matchmaker of Dormamere High. Damien watches as I fold my arms and pout, signaling my yield at their firm request. Let out a sigh of relief and smile softly at me.
I think that's for the best.
For the sake of humanity, I think it's for the best.
Damien.
Just a moment.
Who's saying them so long? Damien, do you need help? My question gets an obvious answer when Damien appears near the top of the stairs with a giant stack of books in their hand. Can they even get over that paginated mountain?
Apologies.
I just want to make sure that I had brought...
Ah,
Oh!
Ah!
I wish over as Damien trips over their foot, but it's too late. No! Not the boy! They go over the banister and tumble down the stairs, landing in a heap of books and limbs on the floor.
Damien. No, no, no.
I do get through the books, but they do not move.
Damien.
Are you?
No.
No. Let me be accused of murder.
It's okay.
I'm still alive.
Huh?
The grunge Damon stands themselves back up and dusts off unseen dirt from their clothes. There was a scratch on them.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make such a mess.
Wait.
I'll clean it. Wait.
Are you alright?
You're feeling alright? You're quite pale. Damien? Cry crocodile tears and throw my arms around their neck to emphasize their horrible crimes against my sanity. They tense a little at first and then wrap their arms around me not long after.
Don't you know?
Don't worry about me like that again. Can't imagine my life in the dungeons.
Thank you?
Thanks for your concern.
Yes.
You bet.
What?
I did look like a nasty fall. It's a miracle you're still standing right now.
Oh.
That's not a miracle. It's a magic spell. Indestructible. Indestructible?
Yes.
When I was created, my maker took measures to ensure no harm would come to my person.
Wow.
Wow, with the capital W-O-W. Wow.
I could teach you.
If you're interested, I can teach you part of it. Be perfect for you.
All right.
Count me interested.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Now I won't have to worry so much. What was that again?
It's nothing. Watch closely, please.
I'll try to teach you how to cast Indestructible. New spell acquired!
Indestructible.
Suddenly, a swelling feeling takes hold of me, then dies down. And I don't feel much different than before. Of course, other than the sudden urge to perform immediate and daring feats to test my capabilities. I grab both fists and hold them up in front of my chest in anticipation.
All right.
Okay, I think I've got it. So I'll take the second book to the top of the stairs and throw myself down.
Don't!
I think absolutely not! Wait, you mean that wasn't what the books were for?
Of course not!
No, goodness, of course not.
Well...
Those are books about magic theory. If you really want to test it that badly.
Wait.
Here, hold on, I've got you something.
Don't do it.
Oh, you dare jump down the stairs, Faye.
Yes.
Yes, my liege. I oblige, my liege. Damien cast me a doubtful glance before walking away. Seconds later, they emerged with a wooden plank.
Okay.
Please recast the spell and try punching this as hard as you can.
Impossible.
Now we're talking. So the character just said impossible. I have punched through wood, like wooden planks, so many times in my life. Don't ask questions, but I've done it so many times in my life. Probably some sort of martial art. Oh, it'll probably take some sort of martial arts to break this plank if I didn't have the power. I didn't have the magic and Damien on my side.
All right.
Alright, let me use the sigil
Go.
and like this. Phase, heat, shattering, comet punch. Crack. Chris goes through it like a hole puncher through a greeting card. I don't feel a single sting. Damien looks satisfied.
Excellent.
That was excellent.
You know...
This spell should make you invulnerable for about 5 minutes each time you cast it. Although you don't have to name your attacks.
Why?
What do you mean? Naming them's the best part.
The incomparable. The one and only.
How else will people know it's the incomparable one and only Faye Nightshade doing them? You should try it too. If you say so, maybe another day. For now I have some books to clean up.
Phew.
Why did I bring so many? Watching as I go to pick up the books scattered across the stairway, I decide to venture over and follow suit. Damien cast me a surprised look.
Oh!
You don't have to trouble yourself. I know you hate cleaning. It's fine. It's my house too, after all, and I owe you one. Teaching me that spell and all.
Thank you.
As we're together, silence falls upon us and causes me to think.
Why?
Why did your maker want you to be indestructible anyway? You're not even a klutz.
Oh.
That's...
Well...
Well, when I was created, my maker was not well liked by the neighbors we lived in. The humans tried to throw things at us or try to chase us out. They managed to sometimes.
No way.
Those bullies. I roll my imaginary sleeves and put on the most mean and serious face I can muster.
Yeah?
I'm done with them.
It's okay.
Faye, it's okay.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. Those humans have all died already anyway.
But...
But that was the reason why my maker always said we needed to have thick skins to get through life.
Like,
So he made you the most impenetrable of all?
Yes.
I guess so.
but...
Well, as long as you're with me, even if you're not, I'll make sure to protect you.
Thank you.
That's very kind of you.
Right.
And I hope you can keep smiling without worries, Damien, my sweetest friend in the world. I love the chibi. Look at him. They avert their eyes from my view and shyly slide their hands behind their back.
It's nothing.
And I'll try. That was weird. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. So, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you later.